How to change the desktop background for your Mac. What you want to do is you either want to go to System Preferences and then go to Desktop and Screensaver and it'll load, or you can right click or double tap on, or two finger tap I mean, on your trackpad and then hit Change Desktop Background, and that same menu that was just up will come up. So for me, I just used a custom made background, but yours will be the default Mac background, which is this galaxy photo. So to change it, you can either use any of your desktop pictures, like this lion, lake, all that. You can use solid colors. They give you like 10, but you can go to custom color and choose your own ridiculously bright green background if you really wanted to. Wow, that's bright green. You can also go to your pictures folder, which will be empty when you first begin, but if you download a picture, you can put it in your picture folder and you can just use it that way. Or you can click this plus right here and it'll bring up your browser and you can find a picture somewhere that like in all of your files. So I'll just show you where do I have a picture. I'll use this. Actually, this. You'll be able to see that better. And that's what it would look like. But that is under the setting of fill screen right here. I can also use fit screen. You can also use stretch to fill screen, which is pretty much fill screen. You can use center, which does the exact resolution of it, and then your default color everywhere else, which I just set mine to that obnoxious green. So, and then you can also use tile, which works well with this one because I made it as a tile. And then this one has like a nice sort of gray gradient background. I'll let you guys download this actually if any of you really want it, but I doubt that you would. And yeah, that's how you do that. And if you do it with a picture that doesn't look like well tiled, this is what it's gonna end up looking like. Like this is the logo to STEM Tech, as you saw when you logged on. And it just doesn't look good. So yeah, that's how you change your background. Alternatively, you can change your screensaver. And you have some options when you're changing your screensaver. You have the Apple screensavers, which include a ton of lights, your computer name, which you really don't want because it's some random serial number the school assigned. You can use your iTunes artwork. Unfortunately, I don't have anything in my iTunes right now, but it'll just like bring up all of your album covers and rotate them. You can have an RSS visualizer, but unless you're like subscribed to an RSS feed, that's really pointless. More lights, and then you can have a word of the day if you really want to. You can also have pictures that will just shuffle between them, which pretty much are just Apple pictures. You can add an RSS feed if you hit this plus button. You can add a gallery, or you can add a folder of pictures which will scroll through each other, which I will attempt to do right now with those pictures I just showed you, if it's at all organized. And it'll start scrolling through my pictures as you see here. You can also use random screensaver, which will just change every time it goes into a screensaver. It'll bring up a different one. You can hit show clock and it'll show your clock as part of the screensaver. And you also have these display styles, kind of like changes how the pictures fade in and out. And you have this mosaic style, but you have to have at least 100 pictures. So that one is not really common. You can also go into options, select how many rows you want for the mosaic, and the speed that it switches. Like I want, say, really fast. This is the fastest that my pictures will scroll. And then this is the one that you saw before. It just scrolls through them normally. For the add row, if you go under iTunes artwork, you can use rows, and it'll display a certain amount of rows that you select, and then it'll fill those rows with album covers, and then it'll start randomly flipping over one or two at a time, and this delay is what changes how long before between each flip of an album cover. So just leave it at like 2 seconds like it was default. And then each has their own options. Like just when you're on the normal display and you go that, you can like crossfade and all that between, but it's not really that big of a deal. Finally, start screensaver. This is how long before it starts. I believe that's 20 minutes. Yep. It can change that. I like to leave it around 5 when I'm in school, partly that way because you can set it, which I'll show you in the next video. You can set it so that every time your computer is inactive and goes to the screensaver, you have to enter a password to log back on, and that's really handy when your friends try to get on your computer and mess with your Facebook and stuff like that. So I recommend somewhere between like 5 and 10. You can also assign the screensaver hot corner. So say I wanted my bottom left to be my screensaver, I would make start screensaver as the thing. I'd select the screensaver I want, and I'd go bottom left. It'll take a few seconds. Ooh, sorry about that. Don't move your mouse or it starts up. And then I'll start scrolling through these again. And that's all about screensavers and desktops. So there you guys go.